Hello? Are y'all ready for this? Y'all ready to rumble? Come on in. I know I'm a bit late. Running on a different schedule today. So, here we go. Say good morning, hello, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this big, beautiful planet. So, I just decided to play this music because I thought it was like something good to play and get us going. Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Come on in. Yeah. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you guys ready? Are you ready for all the energies that are going to be coming in this weekend? Are you ready? Ow! Yeah. Boy, oh boy, we are ready. We are ready. We are ready or not. That is the question. Are you ready or are you not? Are you in your center? Are you in your core? Are you ready to do what it is that you need to do for yourself? And listening to that inspiration, to that energy, or not? That's where we're heading. That's the energies that are coming in. How we think life be. Pluto's diving. Pluto dives. Pluto's that planet that doesn't follow the ecliptic. It is the one that goes down into the hell and rises up because that's where it's the phoenix. It is the one that controls our economy. And he's in Capricorn. And he's in Pluto, and Jupiter's there too. And Jupiter's not at home there. He's in his dad's house. Oh my God, we got so many fucking dad issues coming up. How things are supposed to be, how are we supposed to be reacting. Saturn's in his dad's house. Uranus. Hey, Uranus is his dad. Who did Uranus give birth to? Kronos. Who's Kronos? Kronos is Saturn. Where are we going? Where are we going? This is where we are. It's like weird shit's coming in. Weird shit is coming in. And a lot of people don't want to hear about the weird shit. They don't want to, they're just like, I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to deal with life and everything's going to be fine. And I'm going to be okay. So I don't need to deal with anything. Your eyes are going to be open, wide open. Saturn's in Aquarius is making some weird actions and weird to pieces and putting pieces together and listening, right? And this is Mars. Mars is heading towards Neptune. Neptune is Poseidon. He is the ruler of the sea. And sometimes he ain't so nice. He likes to get his way. If he's not going to get his way, the storms come in. And who's coming there? There is Mars, and he's just going. He's just moving. And he's just like, yeah, I'm going to go head into this. But you got to make sure, is this really the storm you want to head into? Is that where spirit is calling you? Is that where it's like where I've had, inspiration come to me, or I'll be driving along and it'll be say, hey, stop off at your girlfriend's house. And you go there and you stop off at your girlfriend's house. And it was like, somebody else is there that you haven't seen for a long time, or she needed some help with, I'm thinking of my one girlfriend because I stopped by one time and it was like, oh, she just needed help with the baby. She had a toddler, shit was hitting the fan. And I just showed up at the time that she just needed someone to just give her that break. But we never know. This is where we are coming into, is like where we're thinking to ourselves, oh, I should do this. I should do that. I could do that. I should do that. And it's getting away from the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. It's getting away from all of that. It's coming into your alignment of what you know is true. It's getting away from the fucking dogma of the world around you. What is the truth? More wars are started of, you should do that. You should be that way. Instead of coming back into the truth and listening. And that's what we're heading into, is this listening, calling to something. May not make sense all the time, but you follow it. You just have to follow it. And it's not based on a belief system. It's not based on this huge belief system on this is the way everything should be. This is the way everybody should act. Everybody should look this way. You know, it's like, no, that's not what it's based on. It's based on this understanding of this innerness of you and listening to spirit and what spirit has to say. There's destruction that's going to be happening because of belief systems and people saying, should do this. You should believe this way. And we see it all. And it's all parts of our life. And this is where we have it. And it's getting out of the South Node. The South Node in Sag is a world, not a place to understand. It is a barren desert. The South Node of Sagittarius with Ketu there is to prove I have to. I got to. It's proving things. I got to do this. I have to do it this way. But it's a barren desert. You can go through it, but have the experience. But are you accelerating anywhere in your life? And everything is mutable right now. Mutability. Gemini, Saturn, Pisces. Everything's mutable. Virgo's a mutable sign. And you got to think about mutability. It's changing constantly. Things change. Boom, 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 boom. We're in huge mutability. Things are changing. And someone did a fact the other day to me, and I thought it was kind of funny. Haha, it is a fact that most serial killers, I think all serial killers, I think they said all serial killers, but it's a fact, are born under a mutable sign. Now, I'm not saying that's just a fact. I'm not saying anybody out there that's a mutable sign, you're all serial killers. But the fact had it that they had that mutability, that snappiness, could snap at any time. Mental health is coming in. Mental health is a big issue right now. And we're finding that in that mutable energy where things and people are going to be starting to snap more. You're hearing it in the news. It's coming up in the news more and more. And we have to look at where our news is coming in, what's happening. And people may say, well, that's down in the States or that's happening in the States. That has nothing to do with me. Wow. The United States is a projection of our whole world, projection of what everybody wants to accumulate to come to. Your internet, everything was created in the States. It was a creation there, all the tech guys. Your media, even though we might have our own media system, which is ruled by Neptune. Neptune is the media, right? The 3 antennas going up, the trident, it's the media. The information received is a projection from the United States, from America. So we're seeing all of this power and this energy that's coming into our consciousness. And it's very powerful. And it's very mutable. But it's coming in. How are you coming into your spiritual storm? We're heading into it right now. We're heading it into today. We're going to see some crazy things starting to pop up even more. And as we go into this weekend. And it's coming into that state because by Monday, Mars is halted. Mars stopped. Mars won't be moving either way. So communications is going to be very hard to get, to find. So this is where we have to look into what is our mental state. Is our higher state conditioned to something? Is our higher state conditioned to what others have said? I was just looking at some of the things on a couple of the Witches of Canada page and a couple other witches pages and pagan pages where they really, there's some people, I'm not saying all, but there are that have, this is the way you got to act. If you're going to become a pagan, if you're going to become this, you got to take this class in order for you to become a true pagan. Interesting. In order for you to become this is what you got to do. And it's like, I don't think so. I don't think that's in my alignment. That doesn't feel right to me. And that's where you have to come into. That's where you have to get into your own thing, your own curiosity. Starting to look in. What am I curious about? What do I want to find out about? And today falls. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of things that are squaring Neptune. And guess what? The moon is there too. The moon is going through, and it's going to go through all of these hard aspects, and it's going to start questioning everything. Everything. And it's going to start coming into, and it's going to start going. Mars, and the thing is that you also got to understand is that Mars is heading home, but it hasn't been home and retrograde since 1988. So it's going, it knows it has to do there's some upgrading. Could you imagine returning back to a house from to 1988? Nothing's been upgraded. The fridge, the stove, the washing machine, the old microwave, if you had one. What kind of TV would be in there? What kind of electrical would be in there? The carpeting. You could have had some weird ass carpeting in that time. The walls, the painted, everything. And Mars knows he has to go in there. There's a lot of upgrading that has to happen. Look at your own internal self. Where is the upgrading that needs to happen within inside of you? What are the things that you're hanging on to that need to be let go of that are no longer? You know, it's like the Matrix. Are you going the red pill or the blue pill? What pill are you taking? The blue pill? We go along with everybody else. The red pill? Going on to a new road. This is where it's coming in, and we got to look at where we're falling short. And we're going to have a lot of questioning coming in. And we have this energy that's coming in, and as Mars is going towards Neptune, it's going to get into some crazy waters and going to one of the slowest planets. So he's coming up to this guy, and here it is. Neptune is, almost at the edge of our solar system, and he's saying, what do you mean? What do you want? Don't push me over. I'm one of the big guys. You might be fast, you might be mighty, but I'm one of the big guys. And I can bring in the storm, and I can bring in all what is happening. And remember, water holds memory. There's memory in there. There's deep memory in there. So Poseidon knows, he understands, he sees, and it holds that memory. So what is it that we need to wash ourselves clean of? What is it that we need to allow ourselves to become within our own selves and look at what's going on? The collective mental health part, we're a part of it or not, what's happening with that is going to be huge. Understanding there's going to be a lot of anger that we're going to see coming up. And if we're not looking at those pieces of ourselves, or we're not looking at that anger within ourselves, we're going to feel a lot of uproar that's going to come in. So there's a lot of work that we're heading into, and into this energy of the collective and how it's going to be unfolding for us over this weekend. I know it's only Thursday, but we're headed into some crazy stormy seas, and we're going to start seeing it more and more as things are coming out. And I think it's coming. And the funny haha is that it's we're coming up to President Trump's birthday as we're heading into all of these seas. So we're seeing a lot of transitions and changes that are happening. We are seeing that internal core that's going on within us, and where we need to start looking at more powerfully. I mentioned to you guys, I've been saying this for a long time, that we really have to start looking at what are you doing in order to create your reality? What are you doing in order to create what it is that you so desire? Are you, have you planted a garden? Are you going to plant a garden? Are you looking at doing some canning this year? These are all kind of things that I'm trying to tell people to prepare for. Prepare. Begin to prepare. If you haven't even thought about preparing or putting things, we haven't even hit a huge economic crisis. We have not seen it yet. We've seen a glimpse of it. We've seen when the oil dropped, But Jupiter and Pluto are coming in conjunction at the end of this month and going into July. And that's not long from here. And then in November again. So we haven't seen that true economic crunch that's going to fall. And where the bottoms are going to start falling out of places. Change is happening. We see it. And this is bringing in a new reality. How are you facing it? And how are you feeling? And when it comes to mental illness is a huge one because we're dealing a lot to do with Poseidon and Neptune and Mars. That, you know, that there's a lot of things to do with mental illness there. With Saturn trying to figure out things too, because in Aquarius, he is in Dad's house, even though he's like the co-ruler. But Uranus is a ruler of Aquarius. And he's getting us to look at life in a whole new way. And in order for us to be able to create that abundance, to create that beautiful life that we are here to have. But if we're hanging on to the shoulda, couldas, or we should do this, and we got to do this, and this is the way it's going to be, from an old belief system, it's going to be a little bit difficult. It's going to be very difficult. So I'm going to send you guys out with so much love. I have a crazy busy day. I've been going actually since 5:30 this morning with my kids and with other things I've had to do running around with. But I'm sending you out so much love. Ground yourself. Be honest with yourself. Listen to Spirit. And know if you're going with Spirit, you're listening. And you're just like, you may not know why. You may not know why, and you may not understand it fully, but they're trying to lead you to a new place. So much blessings. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you do, in all that you say, and all that you be. Get yourself pumped up. We're coming into a new reality.